What materials and surfaces can you actually use with a wall printer? Today, I'm going to answer that question and show you some real-life examples. If you don't know me yet, hi, I'm Rafa from Wall Printers, and this is another episode of our FAQ series. This is where we take the most common questions about the wall printing industry and give you direct answers. Let's get straight into it. First, we need to clear up one very important thing. The name wall printer might make you think we only print on standard room walls, but the truth is, our machine can handle almost any flat vertical surface. Imagine a table turned on its side or a large wall. These are flat planes where the print head moves freely up, down, and sideways. We can't print on things that are heavily curved like a car bumper or a round pillar. The rule is simple. The surface needs to be parallel to the printer's frame so the head can stay on track. But here's the catch. Just because a surface must be flat, it doesn't mean it has to be smooth. There's a big difference between the two. Smoothness is about the texture. Glass or a car body are smooth. If you run your finger over them, there is no resistance. On the other hand, you have things like concrete or brick. They are definitely not smooth, which you'd know if you ever fell off a bike and scraped your knee on them. The good news? Porous surfaces are perfect for wall printing. Our technology sprays tiny ink droplets that settle into the texture of the material and are instantly cured by UV lamps. We aren't sticking anything on top. The print actually becomes one with the surface. The best examples are raw materials like brick or concrete. If you look at these samples we have in our office, you can see how the print follows the texture perfectly. This is much better than using stickers. On rough surfaces, stickers look fake and often just fall off. Printing keeps that natural raw look of the material. We even did a test on a stone for one of our TikToks. We had a rock that was flat on one side, set it up vertically, and the printer handled it perfectly. Even on a small area like that, the detail was amazing and the durability was the same as on a huge wall. It just proves that as long as the surface is flat, the material can be as raw as you like. This also applies to rough exterior walls, like textured render or stucco. Stickers wouldn't stand a chance there, but a wall print stays perfectly in place, especially with some extra protection for outdoor use. Another material people ask about a lot is glass and plexiglass. These give a very luxury feel, but they work a bit differently. Remember what I said about pores? Well, glass is the opposite of concrete. It has no pores for the ink to grip onto. Because of that, preparation is everything. Before you start, the surface must be perfectly degreased. Only then do we apply a primer. The primer creates an invisible layer that helps the UV ink bond to the smooth glass. But I have to be very transparent with you. A print on glass is sensitive to moisture. If water or steam gets between the glass and the ink, the print can start to fail. So if a client wants a print in a place where it might get rained on or exposed to a lot of steam, we usually advise against printing on the front of the glass. However, there is a smart pro hack for this. If you're printing on glass tiles, you can print the image in reverse, just like a mirror image on the back side. Then you mount the tile so the printed layer touches the wall. This way, the ink is protected behind the glass, you can clean the front normally, and it looks incredibly high-end. By the way, we have a video on our channel where we do a live test and actually print on tiles right in front of the camera, so you should definitely check that out. Next up, metal. A great example is the metal doors on our own machines. The logo you see there isn't a sticker. It's a direct UV print on the metal sheet. The same applies to furniture, desks, cabinet doors, or wardrobes. You can personalize almost anything that is flat and can be placed vertically. For a large wardrobe, you just bring the printer to it. For smaller items like a single wooden board, you can tape it to a wall or build a simple temporary frame to hold it steady. The key is that it doesn't move while the printer is working. I also have a very important pro tip for you when dealing with slippery surfaces. You should always use an anti-static spray before you start. This helps prepare the surface and prevents dust from settling on your print while the machine is running. And finally, plastic. You can easily print on this too. A great example is suitcases. They often have a rough texture that makes stickers peel off almost immediately, but UV printing flows into that texture and stays there. As you can see, a standard wall is just the beginning. Your only real limits are your imagination and the requirement for a flat surface. If you want to get into this business and learn how to actually make money with wall printing, go to our website and fill out the contact form. We'll send you our full offer and more details on how this industry works. If you like this format where we give short and concrete answers to specific questions, definitely check out our full FAQ playlist. And don't forget to subscribe. We post new materials every Thursday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.